Before we actually jumped onto the beach, as usual, we let our tyres down to about 18 psi, which usually is good enough on Stockton Beach. Yeah, we entered onto Stockton Beach at the southern end through Lavis Lane, and because it was so windblown, the sand was incredibly soft. Probably the softest I'd seen it in years and years, and sure enough, within 5 minutes of jumping on the beach, one of us had bogged ourselves.
And when you're snatching out a stand, the one thing you never do is attach it to the tow bar. So what you do is have one of these specially designed hitches that go in to the same place. It's got to be load rated. And that way you're not going to damage your vehicle, it's not going to fly off, and we're away.
And as sometimes happens when you snatch out one vehicle in such soft sand, the recovery vehicle got bogged as well, but this time we resorted to the good old-fashioned manpower, just pushed it out of the way. We really must get ourselves a set of Max Tracks. Once we recovered both of the vehicles, we just set about going for a bit of a drive around the sand to get a bit of a feel for the utes. All of the vehicles with plenty of power drove beautifully on the sand. Wasn't a problem with any of them. Probably the one that performed best would have been the Isuzu actually. It just seemed to skirt around everywhere, but none of the vehicles had any issue whatsoever. Yeah, this is on Samurai Beach, which is North 1 Mile Beach. The track in there is fairly rutted, but a reasonable sort of drive in, but it's a beautiful beach, especially this time of the evening just before sunset, and it was a good finish to the day for us.
The weekend's been great through the whole pile of mates sitting around telling tall stories at night for things, but also driving some good cars. These cars are typically a little noisy and a bit rough on the old bitumen, but geez, they're competent and useful when you're being able to take them out onto the dirt. Out in the sand, love them all.
We've had a fantastic weekend driving up through the Watagans ranges and on Stockton Beach, and it's been great to get in 6 different and unique cars and try them out one after another. There's certainly been cars that have excelled in different areas, but all over, most of the cars have been really capable, and we've all had a really great time. Looking forward to doing it again.
The view from up the top of the Watagans over the Central Coast and Lake Macquarie, etc., is just magnificent, actually. You don't realise quite how high you are when you're climbing up. And here we have a little friend at our picnic area. He was quite placid, actually. He just wanted to get a spot to find his way through the fence.
Mate, the weekend was very good, actually, and the comparison with the 6 utes was surprising to me how much they've come along in the last couple of years. The last time we did this, we had a surprising winner, I thought, and I think the viewers of this video will see another surprising winner.
Coming down this step.
So we've just seen 5 cars go through this same patch, and the 6th car, slightly different line, and that just shows the difference that picking a line actually makes in 4-wheel driving. The week before we went away for the weekend, the Watagans had a heap of rain on them, and while some of the tracks had dried out beautifully, mainly the main tracks through the centre of the mountains. Some of the other more remote type tracks that didn't get a lot of sunlight still carried a lot of water, and the tracks were a bit cut up, so it made for interesting driving.
Just let them get through first.
Where we were heading was right down into the valley. There was a track or a pass, if you like, that would make a shortcut for us to get out. And unbeknownst to us, it was deeply rutted, lots of mud, and we spent, I don't know, the better part of an hour trying to work out whether this was going to be passable or not. As you can see from the video, it was in really poor condition, and we weren't really sure that standard vehicles would make it through there without any damage. So, as always, discretion was the better part of valour. Luckily enough, we decided to turn around, because had we gone through there, and it was getting very late in the evening, another 200 to 300 yards on, the track became totally impassable. So we would have had to go through it and then turn around and get back over it again. So we turned around and climbed back out of the valley again. Here we are back up on the top of the track again, and the top of the mountain, and you can see the track's in great condition up here. Wherever there was sunlight and a bit of air that got to it, it was good, but whether it was shaded, not so good. Sean, tell us what you thought about the weekend.
I thought the weekend was fantastic. A great group of people, had a great time.
Weekend's been pretty good. It's shown how quickly technology changes since the last time we did this. A lot of surprises in what's been available, and yeah, what's sort of made a better vehicle. Overall, it's been pretty good. It's shown us a lot of change.
It's been a really good weekend, Rob, actually. Good group of people, good lot of vehicles. Much better than the vehicles I'm used to driving. Beat up old Land Rovers and things.
This weekend's been fantastic, not because we've had 6 different cars, but because we've had 7 or 8 different drivers who each bring their own unique skill set to the driving of these vehicles, and each one of them has a different viewpoint on a particular car. So what it's done, we've got this really diverse range of people who are all very experienced four-wheel drivers in their own right, brought them together, had a look at these vehicles, and I think we're going to come up with a reasonably surprised sort of winner, so stay tuned.
Hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.